folks, Species 7 here. How's everybody doing today? This is a little kind of peek at a game called StarMade. Now this is an independent game. I believe it's a fella and his wife that created it. And it's a voxel based game. As you can see, there's blocks, all kinds of blocks. You can see in my toolbar there's all kinds of more blocks. Those particular ones are for building items. I have a whole inventory full of blocks actually. So there you go, that's sort of what we're looking at. But what this item is, you see we're in space. There's planets, and this is a sort of this long needle thing contains a shop. It's a space station. So, but this thing here, well, this is my ship. Beautiful, eh? Now we're gonna get inside our ship. I think. Sorry about that, I was already in build mode. There we go, now I'm in flight mode. Okay, this actually is a shuttle. That's my ship. And as you can see, you can quite handily fly around. Now this little shuttle is quite agile. It just whips around. What it doesn't have, and keep in mind there are certain physics involved here that momentum, for instance. When you start moving, you actually have to do something to stop that movement, or you'll drift until you stop. So the shift key will do that fairly quickly for you. So I'm just going to this thing is so maneuverable. Head in here, and this is a docking bay, so would help if I actually went to the docking bay. That's not the docking bay. Can I say big ship, eh? A little bit of a guided tour. Cool. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. You just had to point at the docking module. I was pointing at the wrong thing. And then that's build mode. If you want to add to your vessel, you can do that. And if you press R, it actually takes you right out of the vessel. So there it is, docked up nice and tight against the docking bay. But not really where we want to be, because that doesn't allow me. Now at the moment you can go into space without a suit, so let's go up here, activate the doors, and let's get into my main ship. Always close the doors behind you, you are in space after all. And let's actually get inside, and now I'm going to shift up to my cockpit. There we go. Now this guy, a little bit different animal. Got lots of everything on board, and of course, because it's rather large, it is a frigate class. It's approximately 170 meters tall, about 30 meters wide, and we're going to stop there. Okay, and let's load these guys up. Put my weapons computer in, missile computer, and salvage computer. There we go. Alright, now I can switch between these just by going to my hotkey. First one I'm going to show you here is the simple antimatter cannon. It is your basic ship's weapon. Let's get nice and close so we can really see. Okay. As you can see, it does pretty good damage. Now, my cannon's pretty big. Yeah. So there you go. And in case that didn't really do what you wanted, you could always try a missile shot. You can see they do pretty good. Firing missile. And last but not least, there's salvage. Which, oddly enough, is not at the moment working. Oh, I think it sometimes doesn't want to work when the missiles are still recharging, so that's odd. My salvage beam isn't coming on. I'll have to check into that. But you can also use your salvage module. Salvage computer. Salvage speed. Yeah, it's definitely working. Well, there you go. I have no idea. Whoops. Didn't want to do that. Salvage computer. Slot 3. Thank you. Still not working. Okay. Well, I'll have to check into it. I may have disconnected it at some point. There's also, you can actually land all of these planets that you see. You can land on them. You can mine resources and minerals from them. You can actually set up bases. They're now building manufacturing plants and factories for the game. So, really, really good. And the developer is all over it. Like, there are patches and updates to it almost continuously. You always want to try and stop within range of a shop, because those green glowing squares that you see there, those are, they call them undetonators, but they're basically spawn points. So when you exit a game, this is where you'll come back. The game is really inexpensive. I purchased it for $3. I believe it's now $6 because we're out of basic alpha and into the next stage. But like I say, they are actually doing active, constant development. You know, you take a game like Cube World, fun little game. In all honesty, it doesn't have as much to do as this game does, and there hasn't been an update since early July, and it was like $20. So this game is a really good investment for the money. If you're into building games or you're into space adventure, it has a multiplayer, it has co-op. There are enemies in the form of pirates who will outright attack you when you're mining, stuff like that. There are space stations that you can salvage goods from. It's, like I said, a fairly complex game, and then you can establish colonies on the planets. So, yeah, and planets are fully destructible. It is a completely voxel based. The only thing you cannot destroy are these. Alright, yeah. Those particular shop stations, you cannot do any damage to them, even with a big cruiser like this. So, but there you go. I just want to give you guys a peek at this. So, hope you enjoyed it. I will be building other ships and give you the grand tour of them at some point. But until then, this has been Species 7. Take care of each other, and ciao for now.